Imagine this, a world where males no longer exist. Sounds like a science fiction plot, right? But what if I told you that the Y chromosome that makes males is slowly vanishing? That's right, the Y chromosome, the one responsible for determining the male sex, has been shrinking for millions of years. But what does this mean for the future of man? Will males eventually go extinct? Well, hold on, because the story is far more interesting than you might think. Let's start with the basics. We are made up of billions of these little building blocks, and each one is like a bustling city with its own powerhouse, mitochondria, factories, Golgi apparatus, and recyclers, lysosomes. But at the heart of this cellular city lies the nucleus, the control center, the brain of the cell. Inside the nucleus, you will find the real game changer, chromosomes. Imagine chromosomes as tightly wound ropes made up of DNA, coiled around proteins called histones. These long chains carry all the instructions that make you you. But here is a fun twist. You have 23 pairs of chromosomes, one set from your mother and the other set from your father. So when it comes to things like your height, eye color, or even your dimples, it's genetic tug of war between your parents' DNA. Let's say your mom has a gene for being short, but your dad's gene codes for being tall. Which one wins out? Well, the stronger or dominant traits takes the lead. If the tall gene dominates, you might be just be the tallest in your family. And here's the fascinating part. This battle for dominance, this genetic shuffling, is what scientists call natural selection. It's one of the reasons we evolve over time, passing on traits that help us thrive in our environments. But chromosomes do not just stop there. They are constantly on the move, swapping bits of DNA with one another in a process known as DNA recombination. This means that even though you inherit genes from your parents, you are never an exact copy of either of them. You are uniquely you, a beautiful blend of both your parents with a few new genetic twists thrown in for good measure. And here's something really cool. This DNA exchange also acts like a built-in repair system. When a chromosome gets damaged, it can fix itself by swapping out broken genes with healthy ones. This is why our bodies are so resilient, capable of adapting and healing. And all 22 pairs of chromosomes works the same and are called autosomal chromosomes. But it's the 23rd pair, the sex chromosomes, that decide whether you are male or female. Women have 2 X chromosomes, while men have 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. And here is where things start to get interesting. The Y chromosome is tiny compared to the X chromosome. It only carries around 55 genes, while the X chromosome has over 1000. But among these 55 genes lies one tiny yet powerful gene that sets everything in motion, the SRY gene. This gene kicks off the formation of testes in males, leading to the production of testosterone, the hormone responsible for those distinctly male traits. But here is the catch. The Y chromosome was not always this small. 300 million years ago, the Y chromosome was the same size as the X, carrying around 1000 genes. So what happened? During cell division, most chromosomes exchange bits of genetic material to repair any damage, but the Y chromosome can't properly recombine with the X chromosome. This lack of recombination makes it harder for Y chromosome to repair itself, leading to a slow and steady loss of genes over millions of years. Scientists estimate that over 90% of Y chromosomes' original genes have disappeared. So does that mean men are slowly disappearing too? Not so fast. Let's take a look at the Japanese spiny rat. Fascinatingly, these rodents have already lost their Y chromosome entirely, and yet male spiny rats continue to exist. How? It turns out, through millions of years of evolution, the responsibility of determining sex in these rats has shifted to other chromosomes, especially autosomal chromosomes that are not normal involved in sex determination. This raises an intriguing possibility for humans. If the Y chromosome continues to degrade, Other genes might take over the job of determining male sex. Could a completely new sex chromosome evolve in humans? Or maybe, as with the spiny rat, multiple chromosomes will collaborate to decide male sex. Here is where things get even wilder. Some scientists speculate that the Y chromosome could disappear entirely within 4.6 million years. But before you start worrying, evolutionary biology has an answer for this. Life as we know it has a way of adapting. And just as the Y chromosome emerged millions of years ago, we might see the rise of new genetic systems to ensure that males do not disappear. But hold on, did you know that not all animals even have an X and Y chromosome to determine sex? For example, in birds, it's the female that carry mismatched sex chromosomes Z and W, while the males have two Z chromosomes. And in some reptiles like certain species of turtle and crocodiles, the temperature of the environment determines the sex of their offspring. The natural world is full of surprises. So what does the future hold for humans? Will the Y chromosome disappear completely? Will new sex determining chromosomes emerge? Or will we evolve in a completely different way? One thing's for sure, nature is always changing, and with it, so are we. If this video piques your curiosity, hit the like button, share it with friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Who knows what other mysteries we will unravel next. See you in the next video. Bye bye.